This is a featured UK Talk Radio Top Business.
Welcome, it's UK Talk Radio. Jonathan Hines. In the studio with me now is our resident hypnotherapist from the Bournemouth and Poole area, Lynn Mitcham, who's here to have her monthly chat with us. Welcome once again, Lynn. It's great to have you in the studio again.
It's nice to be here, Jonathan.
Now, you've been a hypnotherapist for 2 or 3 years.
I have.
And your clinic is called Sylvan Therapies. That's Sylvan-Therapies.co.uk. That's the website.
It is.
Lynn, just tell us very briefly in a nutshell, first of all, what does a hypnotherapist do? Secondly, tell us about your particular speciality.
Right. Well, a hypnotherapist is someone who uses hypnosis to help people make changes that they want to make. All sorts of changes. All sorts of things from anxiety, self-esteem, confidence, phobias, pain relief, losing weight, stopping smoking, all those sort of things. And the hypnosis enables the therapist to help you to relax to such a level that the therapist can then communicate directly with your subconscious. And that's where the changes usually need to be made.
Now, you've, I don't know, sort of by default really, by accident, you developed a niche. Tell us about that niche and why it particularly concerns you, because this is something you've dealt with yourself in the past. What is that?
And that's weight loss. Yes, I've struggled with my weight really since my mid-30s. I think as women get older, we do tend to struggle, possibly more than men. It becomes easier to put the weight on and much harder to lose it. And I'd tried various different things. Then when I came across hypnosis, I heard of this virtual or hypno-gastric band, where the mind is convinced that you have had a gastric band fitted, although obviously it is only in the mind. And I went on a course, and I am now a hypno-gastric band practitioner. And I've also had a band fitted to myself because I wanted to know what it was like, what the experience was like, and how it worked. And I have found it much easier to control my weight since then, because I've got that connection back between my mind and my stomach. I now know when I'm full. I still sometimes make the choice to eat more than I should do, but I get that feeling, and I find it much easier to stop when I'm full, and I'm eating less overall. I'm not eating between meals so much, and I'm not getting hungry between meals, which is great.
So this is an operation without the surgery?
That's right, yes. So it's much safer. Much more convenient, and most people would prefer to do that than actually go through the surgery, which isn't guaranteed anyway.
No, and what is the success rate of this type of hypnotherapy?
The hypnogastric band, it's about 80%, so it's quite good.
And actually, most hypnotherapy has a 80% or thereabouts.
It does.
Success rate, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. Yes, yeah.
Isn't that incredible?
It is.
A lot of people wouldn't think that. A lot of people would think it was a kind of pie-in-the-sky, very new agey or abstract thing that you wouldn't take seriously, but it's not the case, is it?
And it does show the power of the mind, really. It's amazing how much of our physical problems, if you like, actually stem from our minds. And if you can get control of your mind, you can control so much of your body as well.
Now, moving on to a particular focus, Lynn, we've got an article very recently in a Lancashire newspaper, and a lady called Jo Older, she ended up with kidney failure, and she'd been on antibiotics for a long time, which had dreadful side effects, and she was in terrible pain. Now she's on steroids now, which control the pain to an extent. She's a mum and tries to keep as positive as possible, but she said she uses hypnotherapy very successfully for managing pain, and now she's so happy with it. She's trained as a hypnotherapist herself. What a great story.
It is.
Is this really true though, Lynn? Can you have any effect over pain via hypnotherapy?
Yes, you can, yes.
How?
Hypnotherapy involves relaxation.
Yes.
Quite a lot of our pain, when we're in pain, it's actually caused by us getting very tense and worried. The minute you relax, you find that your pain will ease.
Yes.
But there are also other techniques that you can use with hypnotherapy to help the pain go even further away. Things like encouraging people to think of it as being controlled by a switch on a radio, say, so that you can turn the pain down. Another one, which is used in hypnosis for dental treatment, in fact, is to visualise your hand as becoming numb or cold. You can do it either way, whatever works with the client, really. And then if they then touch the part of their face where the dental treatment is going to take place, they can actually numb their face. So you can have dental treatment without anaesthetic. But again, it works with pain as well. You can numb the pain by transferring the numbness from your hand to the area of where the pain is.
Yes.
So there are various different ways. So we'd look at where the pain was, what the pain was, and also the individual client, and then decide what works best with them, or work with them to help them decide what works best.
In the article, Lynn mentions that this lady practices hypnotherapy on herself.
Yeah, that's self-hypnosis with somebody with pain, particularly long-standing pain. That is the way to go, because obviously they need to be able to control their pain when they're on their own. They can't just come back to you every time they're in pain. So you teach them self-hypnosis so that they can do it themselves. And that's what she will be doing on herself, yes.
And is it safe to do it on yourself, Lynn?
It's perfectly safe. All that you need to do is when you have pain, is actually get it checked by the doctor first. If it's long-standing pain, just to make sure that there isn't anything actually physical there that needs a physical treatment. If it's not explained, if the doctors can't explain it, then that's when hypnosis is particularly effective.
Right. Now, just for the last part of this particular podcast, Lynn, just give us an example of the sort of people you've been seeing this past month. I know you said a lot of weight loss cases.
Yes,
what else?
Anxiety. I've had quite a few clients come in with anxiety, which is something that a lot of people suffer these days because of the pace of modern living, really.
Yes.
Some people are more anxious than others. I've got one lady who is extremely anxious, and her anxiety is also causing a pain in her body for which there is no medical reason. So we're working on both of those aspects.
Whereabouts in the body?
It's mostly hips downwards, hips and legs.
All right.
So very uncomfortable.
Not good with walking then?
No. But already she's finding that during hypnosis she is losing the pain. She's comfortable, and she can, it lasts a bit longer each time afterwards.
And you've been working a miracle there, Lynn, haven't you? Because when she first came to see you, she was, if I believe you're talking about the same case, she was so anxious she didn't think you could work with her.
That's right, yes.
In the beginning.
Yeah, she was, yeah.
And she's on the journey now.
Great, yeah. She is.
Lynn Mitcham, you would be the, if you like, the train driver or the coach driver or the car driver.
Yeah.
They tell you where they want to go, where they want to get to, and you help them to get there.
Help them get there, that's right, yes. I can't do it for them as a hypnotherapist, but I can help them achieve whatever it is they want to achieve. Help them on their journey.
Yes, so when people first contact you, what's the first thing that happens, Lynn?
I usually suggest an initial consultation, which I offer free of charge. It's usually about 45 minutes. It enables us to meet each other, decide if we can work together. I can take notes as to what their issue is, what they need help with. And then I just do a fairly short general relaxation session with them so they can experience hypnosis and decide whether it's for them. And then if they want to, then we go ahead and book a programme of therapy.
And you work from 2 different places as well, Lynn, don't you?
Yes, yeah. Yes, I've got an office in Bournemouth, right in centre of Bournemouth.
Oh, right.
And also at the Alchemy Health Clinic in Wimborne. And to give us your website again, Lynn, please.
It
is www.sylvan-therapies.co.uk.
Excellent. I've seen that website. It's a very nice website. So anybody who might like to have a look at that now, I can definitely recommend Lynn Mitcham as your hypnotherapist if you're in the Dorset area. Is it possible to work remotely in hypnotherapy, or do you need to be face to face with a person?
That's a very good question. I know that there are some hypnotherapists who work remotely using Skype or something like that. I was taught that it's much better if you have the client with you. Partly because some people have quite a severe reaction. They might get very, very emotional, and if they're on the end of a phone line, there's very little you can actually do. Whereas if you're there, you can help them through it. You can hand them a tissue. You can be there for them. And also, of course, if anything happens, for example, a fire alarm goes off or something, if you're there in the room, then you can bring them out of the hypnosis and help them out of the building. If the fire alarm's going off where they are at the end of a phone line, there's very little you can do to help them. So I much prefer to actually have the client there.
Yeah, the Skype idea, I'm not dismissing it, but it sounds a bit shaky, doesn't it, really?
Yes, and of course Skype does drop out from time to time.
Yeah.
And there you are, you've got your client in deep hypnosis, Skype drops out. What do?
It doesn't bear thinking about.
It's tricky, so yeah, I much prefer to actually have the client with me.
But the sort of problems you've mentioned, the kind of crises or emergencies you've mentioned are exceptionally rare, aren't they, Lynn?
They are, yeah.
Lynn Mitcham, it's been a joy to chat with you again. Thanks for joining us in the studio once again this month. You're on UK Talk Radio.
Thank you very much.
This is a featured UK Talk Radio Top Business.